Namaste my friends all the way around the world and back again. So my project for part 2 of today, because I'm just working on through my projects that I've got to do, is toilet rolls. I'm not making them, you'll be pleased to know. I do use them like most people, like everybody I'd hope. And it was part of my let me tell you the story. It was part of my sustainability project that every month I give myself 5 things to change, or at least I try and do 5 things that I can change so that I don't use plastic, or that so to reduce my plastic. So one of this month's was converting from toilet rolls, from buying them at a supermarket, which is then wrapped in single-use plastic, which is not recyclable. So this month I decided to order from this company, and made out of bamboo. The toilet rolls are kind to nature, tree-free tissue, plastic-free packaging, panda-friendly, soybean ink, and vegan. And when you buy a box, you buy one, they plant a tree, and it's part of the Eden Reforestation Project. So I'm really happy that all of that, rather than having to think about the recycling part. Now, I bought a box of 24, work out a little bit more expensive, and they are 3-ply. But they're not very thick 3-ply, so they're more like a 2-ply. But I'm okay with that. And they are soft, really soft, so I'm okay with that as well. What I wanted to do is, how on earth am I going to store them? That's where I got to. It was like, oh no, it's great, this is great. Now where am I going to store them? So I came up with a plan that this box that they came in, I cut the sides, the top off, and these are 100% bamboo. Not the box, the actual toilet paper. There are other bits on there, look, that I failed to read to you, is the bamboo benefits are rapidly renewable, hypoallergenic, sustainably sourced, and FSC certified. And as much as the brand that I use at the moment are FSC certified, they still come in plastic packaging, which is what I'm trying to avoid. So it makes it easier for me, because my council are really hard work in terms of recycling. So I made the lid out of a box where you can see that I'd already had a delivery in, and I just made the lid to fit this box perfectly, she says, and it does fit perfectly. I haven't got it on properly. Where are we? There we go. And so what I want to do now is decorate it. I've taken obviously the toilet paper out. Where is it? Oh, it does fit with the toilet roll. Yeah. There we go. So all I want to do now, because I'm going to store it then in this box, but what I've got to do is decorate this box. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. And my plan is to, upcycle really. Upcycle the box and make it into a nicer looking box. And I did think, right, what areas could I do that? I could paint it, I could decoupage it, I could paint it and decoupage it. I could do rolled newspaper into long strips and put all that all the way around and then paint it. I could make a wicker kind of basket look with paper strips, weave it inside out, paint that. That would look okay. Excuse me, that would look okay as well. Now the option I've gone with is chalk paint and decoupage. But I have just got to test the chalk paint on the cardboard, not this piece, on another piece of cardboard, like this piece. And I'm not sponsored by these people anyway, by the way. And then I'm going to put a bit of acrylic blue into my chalk paint to make it kind of a light bluish maybe, and I think, or a greenish, because this is the tissue that I'm going to use. used just some chalk paint. That's from Aldi. I'm not going to have enough in here, and I've used a tiny little bit of cerulean blue in just to change the colour slightly. And it's not green and it's not blue, so because that's cream. So, and then I'm going to add a little bit of water. But I'm going to get it first because I forgot that bit. Actually, you know what? I'm not actually going to. I'm going to spray the box. We'll see what that works out like. That should be enough then. Let's see what happens. Oh, you're not on. You're not on it. I don't know whether that's all parts of the UK, but it certainly is humid right where I am. Yeah, it has got a blue tint to it actually. Oh, I'm losing my trousers. Right, so let me just, this is going to get awfully messy, I can tell. I might just loosen this down a bit rather than... Let us see. This isn't, I'm not going to be able to do this on camera, I can tell, because... So I'm going to do this and then come back to you. So on to the decoupaging bit now. I've painted it blue. I did a second coat. I was going to do a third, but I don't think it needs it. I'm not even sure you're going to be able to see me do this. So I'll have to turn this around and do it back to front in order for you to see what I'm doing. So that's the image that I'm going to be putting on the corner, I hope. And I'm just going to get some glue on here. And this isn't decoupage glue, it's just glue. A little bit of water. Spread that out. Just to get a little bit on there. And then see how we go, really. And I do want that. Perfect. A little bit more on top. And I don't mind if it tears or if it crinkles, because I prefer a real rustic, look like I've been used kind of look. And I am sure I don't mind it all being a little bit wrinkled and look like it's used and worn, you know. I don't want it smooth and perfect. She says, I was looking for some plastic then just to ease that down a tad, and I don't have any. Oh, I do. I so do. At the front of that, I would work with here. That is going to work perfectly. Just a piece of acetate. she says. It's not quite stuck it down. There we go. I thought that acetate was going to work better than that, but hey. That's okay, I'm cool with all of that. I can always run over it again once, not literally run over it. Once it's dried, I can go over it again. I think it's going to look so pretty. And then I've decided around the edge, I'm going to put some, there's another one in this corner. Let me just get this brownie out, otherwise I'm going to be doing it. Oh no, that's okay. Oh, I knew I'd done it. I could feel it. Do you know, it doesn't matter where I go, I've got paint all over me. Right, are we back? Yes, I'm back. So, I'm just going to let that dry, and then I'm going to do the other corner, and I was going to say, yeah, I think I will have the same image actually. So I'm just going to pop that down there for a minuetto, and I just use a water brush, water on brush, just to trace around the edge, because I don't want a straight edge. And the reason, for those of you that don't know, you can actually get a better, it doesn't look, it just, you know, it blends into the project better. Especially if you have a similar colour background, which helps, which I have got. And then just hold your paper where you've put watermark and just gently pull it away. And there's your second image. So I'm just going to do that one on this side. Oh, I didn't glue the box, did I? Never mind. This will work just as well. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what you must remember to do, which is what I failed to do on these two, take the backing off. So I've got 2 layers on here. I forgot to take the backing tissue off. Such a klutz sometimes. My brain sometimes, I don't know how I get through the day sometimes. I do cease to amaze myself, honestly. So I'm just putting these ones on. See if we can get this bit right. I do have to laugh at myself sometimes. how I get through a day. Ceases to amaze me some days. Not being too hard on myself though. Right, so that's 1, 2. So we've got this beautiful dragonfly here. And then I might even do some stenciling. I'll see how this feels when I've done it, or looks even. So, what things have you upcycled recently? Have you even thought about it? And maybe you haven't. Maybe it's just something that doesn't inspire you. Ooh. Every time I do a new project, I think, or I buy something, I think about whether it's sustainable, whether I can upcycle it. It's a good way to start thinking of what you could upcycle and how much more you could do. And trust me, there's a whole heap more we could all do. So if you go over to my blog, you will find a blog that I wrote on sustainability. I put the link in the description box below. And on that page, there is the planner that I've written, so that you can start another journey, or continue your journey with. The only way I could do it for myself was to say, I really need to make a much better effort here. What can I do? And so I started writing things down, and then realised actually it became a planner. And I decided to do 5 things a month that I was going to do to change or increase what I was already doing. And so head over to my blog and it shows you on there, gives you some ideas of what you might want to, where you want to start. And again, the toilet rolls was on my list of things to get off the whole use of plastic or buying stuff in plastic. And that's where the idea came from, that I then decided to, I'm going to let that dry now, super wrinkly, but anyway, it looks beautiful. Actually, it looks better off camera than it does on camera. I stuck that what's it upside down, I wanted that to go the other way. Let's see if we can get you. And then what I'm going to do on the inside is I'm going to cover it in fabric. So I just need for this to dry. So back to the sustainability again then. So I just wanted to increase or look at ways I could increase my ways of not buying stuff in plastic, because not all companies are on board yet. They're all trying, and I keep being told, yeah, but we're in the process of doing that, and it's like, yeah, but it's not quick enough. And admitted, they are all doing their bit, but it's not in the areas that I would use or buy. So I'm thinking a whole heap about how I, whilst waiting for my own garden to grow its vegetables, how I could then be more sustainable with what I buy, everyday usage. And you'll also find over there, again, the video about the beeswax wraps was similar. That was on my one of my projects of 5 to do, to stop using single wrap plastic. Because I think it's so easy to do, isn't it? We've just all been, they make it so easy for us to do, and it's hard to get out the entrapment. Anyway, so let's have a look when this is dry. And I'm going to do the sides, I think, as well, or I might stencil the sides and just keep the top. I might do some stenciling on this as well, just to give it a little bit more interest. So I couldn't do it on camera because it was way too big a project. So this is the lid so far. I did do some stenciling on the top. which is just lovely, I think. And I think that's turned out great. And then I've done the inside with some material and just yeah. So now we have, I'm just going to let that dry. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to do the outside with jute. And I have got some quite thick jute here, garden jute. So what I'm going to do is, this is quite thick, so I might triple this actually. Let me just think about this again. Do I want to go round and round, or do I want to twist it and then, yeah, I think I'm going to twist it and just put one level on. Oh, saying that, I don't know. See, I've got to that bit again. I've come back on and now I still don't know what I'm doing. So, the outside box looks lovely, but I just want to continue with this bit before I get to the outside bit. Oh, deliberations, eh? All of this from, I don't know whether I'm going to do 3 or whether I should do, yeah, I think I'm going to. And now I've decided to plait. So we're going to do plaiting instead. And I'll do lots of these to go around the edge. If I can get it to stay to the table. Okay, so finally we're finished. That's the side. That's the other side. And what I will do is get my other camera and because this is just too big, the box is too big, and show you it on the floor with the toilet rolls in. And then the top, I've done the rope and just hot glued that on. And there's the lid. I think it's worked out okay, considering. I wish now, it's always an after event thought, isn't it? I wish now I'd have covered it all in newspaper first, because it would have made it so much stronger. But I'm really, really happy. Haven't done the bottom. I'm really happy with how it turned out. What do you think?